everyone. So today we're doing our final element, bringing all the other four elements up to the throat area, which is space, the space element, also known as the ether element. So just creating connectivity to ourselves, stillness, intuition. Our throat is our way of expressing ourselves, so we're just going to move into that fluidity and feeling of self-expression. So let's get started. Okay, so coming to a cross-legged position at the top of your mat. And then we're just going to close the eyes for a moment, just sending the breath from the base of the belly all the way up to the top of the lungs, and then breathing out the mouth, doing 3 rounds of this full inhalation and complete exhalation. And then just as you sit here with your eyes closed, just sending the awareness to your throat area and starting to turn on that ujjayi breath, that honey coating breath in the back of the throat. So take a full breath in, and then with the lips soft but closed, try and breathe out the nose. Take a breath in again, really starting to feel the breath coming out the nasal passages. One more round. So sitting here, just connecting with all the other 4 elements to bring us up to the element of space. Worked on the earth element, which is the roots, and then the water element, which is the sacral plane, the fire element, which is to do with your navel, your solar plexus, and the element of air, which is to do with your heart space, and now focusing on the element of space. This is in the throat. And just seeing yourself as you breathe up and down these 5 elements. Feeling balanced and nourished through all 5. And then slowly starting to turn the corners of your mouth up, smiling to yourself, thanking yourself wholeheartedly for sticking through this package with us. And giving yourself a big hug, bring your arms around yourself and squeeze your upper body, bring your chin into your chest. And as you exhale, blinking the eyes open, starting to look up in front of you. And then we're going to come into a lion's breath, this series. So just coming onto your heels, so almost into a wide-legged child's pose, and sitting onto your heels if this feels okay for you. If not, you can just stay on the knees. And then taking your palms and turning them around, and then placing the palms flat on the mat, and just starting to rock from side to side. And then we're actually going to do a lion's roar. So Taking a nice deep breath in as you tuck the chin into the chest, and then slowly lifting up through the throat and roll the tongue out, making a ha noise, almost like a lion. So take a nice full breath in, roll the navel towards the spine. And then on the exhale, roll the head back, open through the throat and let the tongue out. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll the head back and the tongue out. Full breath in. Exhale, roll the tongue out. And then coming back to a neutral place, start to lift up and coming onto all fours into tabletop back, but keeping your palms facing towards you, and then just doing a few little circles through the wrists, warming them up. And then changing direction. And then on the exhale, slowly turning your palms round to face the front of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in as you tuck the toes under, and then lifting up into down facing dog. Start to pedal out the feet from left to right. And then just sending the energy from the base of the feet all the way up through the spine. We've done this in one of the other practices, but this also is just helping move the energy up as you take a breath in, slowly rippling forward into plank, and then undulating the spine as you bend through the knees, and then sending the sit bone up toward the ceiling. Take another breath in, rolling forward, really just turning on that breath again, out through the sit bones. Take an inhale, wiggle forward into plank, bend through the knees. The sit bones back and up. And either breathing out through the nose or out through the mouth, whatever feels good for you today. One more. And then just enjoying this down dog as you just look under your right armpit and then your left as you just pad the feet out from left to right. Take a breath in as you start to extend the right foot back into space, into three-legged dog. And then hugging the knee deep into the chest, land the foot up in between the hands as you lift up into a crescent lunge. And then on the exhale, letting the arms roll back and down. Take a breath in as you bring the arms back up. Exhale back down and around. Doing this one more time, just bringing energy up and overhead. And then letting the hands, tented fingertips, frame that front foot. Bring the front foot to meet the back foot at the back of the mat into plank. And then bend through the knees as you lift back up, down facing dog. Take a breath in and extend the left foot back into space, three-legged dog. And then on the exhale, hugging the knee deep into the chest as you bring the foot up in between the hands, using your core as you lift yourself up into that crescent lunge. Bend deep into the front knee unless you are sensitive in the knees. And then take a nice breath in, bringing the arms, fanning them down and around. Take an inhale, coming up. Exhale, down and around. One more. Inhale completely. Exhale, down and around. Bringing the arms back up. Plant the back foot down And then opening up briefly into Warrior Two, send your gaze down your front fingertips. And then on the exhale, letting the forearm land on the front thigh as you bring the other arm extended, bound angle. Bring the other arm up and overhead. Take an inhale as you just windmill the arm back. And take a exhale as you bring the arm up and round. Doing this 3 times and just imagining yourself almost like a giant windmill, creating space through the rib cage up into the throat. At the end of your 3rd round, letting your palm face towards the left side of your mat and really extending out through your ring finger and just feeling some breath traveling up through the spine, wrapping out through the rib cage. And then on the exhale, either staying here or extending your arm that's on your thigh up, out, just employing your oblique muscles, holding here for a moment. And then on the exhale, bringing that shape all the way up. Take a nice deep breath in, turning the front foot at a right angle and the left foot, the right foot towards the back of the room as you come back into Warrior Two. Send your gaze down those fingertips. Take an inhale. And then on the exhale, coming into wide angle here as you take a breath in, bring the arm up and overhead. And then exhale, just windmilling the arm down and around. And really feel the energy of your inner thighs being turned on. Feel the tone through the glutes. And just listening to the breath. At the end of your 3rd round, extending through the ring finger, sending the pinky down towards the mat and lengthening through the waist. Send your gaze down to your big toe so you're not craning in the neck. And take a full inhale. On the exhale, either staying here if this is a good place for you today, or bringing the underarm out and almost as if you're holding a ball in space. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold through the oblique muscles. And then on the exhale, bring the shape up. Take an inhale. On the exhale, turning the right foot to face the long edge of the mat. And then exhale, bring the arms all the way down. As you breathe in, bend through the knees, turn the toes out. And then breathing in, come up and overhead. Exhale, float the arms down. Take an inhale, expanding your wingspan. Send the arms back. And then on the inhale, just gathering all that energy in towards you. Hug the navel towards the spine. Lift up through the palms of the hands. And then exhale, pushing that down. Inhale, gather it all up off the ground. And then on the exhale, opening the arms. Just making this your vinyasa, your moving meditation as you bring the hands into the heart. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, open and expressive. As you exhale, land the hands back down on the knees. Take a breath in. And then just dipping the left shoulder, sending the gaze over the right shoulder. Breathing in as you come back through your center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, come back through your middle, changing sides. Take a breath in as you come back through your center and over to the other side. As you
you exhale, come back through your center, and then slowly start to straighten your legs, coming into a star. Bring the arms out alongside you, feeling the energy traveling out through all 4 limbs and letting the head tilt back. On the exhale, bringing the palms up to touch. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastithi. And then bending back into the knees as you swim the arms back around, interlace the fingers, and then puff up through the chest, through the heart space. And on the exhale, slowly straightening the legs, hinging from the hips. Bring the toes to face forward as you float down and overhead, Pravitasi, forward fold. Deep breath in, exhale completely. And then just bending in the knees if it's straining in the lower back, or otherwise lifting up through the kneecaps, feeling really active through the thighs. As you exhale, release the palms down, let the fingertips land on the mat, and then taking a breath in, tiptoe the hands towards the right foot, coming into Skandasana, bringing the left foot out to the side, flex the toes to the face. And as if you're a little crab, start to tiptoe the hands as you travel in the other direction. Take an inhale, come back to the back end of your mat. Really nice. And then tiptoeing to the front. And on the exhale, tiptoeing to the back of your mat. Flex the toes to the face. And then bringing the left arm round and the right arm on the other side. Take a breath in. Feeling into the shape there, breathing that out. Really nice. And then on the exhale, bring the hands round to the center, tiptoe back to the back end of the mat. And then tiptoeing the hands to frame that back leg. Flex the toes towards the face, feeling really active. And then bringing the arms right in front of you, come into a low seated, almost like a squat, heel toe the feet towards each other, and then coming down into a Malasana squat. Bring the hands to the heart, maybe widening your legs depending how deep you want to go. As you breathe in, bringing the arms out in front of you as if you're gonna give me a big hug. And then opening your arms out to the sides. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, tented fingertips behind you as you heel toe the feet together to come to sit on your bottoms, and then turn to face the front of the mat. As you breathe in, extend the legs out in front of you, and then let the arms travel up. On the exhale, fold forward. Take a big breath in. Paschimottanasana. And then as you exhale, lifting the arms back, up and overhead. And then bring the arms down by the sides as we come into fish pose. So this is really going to open up the throat area. So as if you're on the beach, just coming onto your elbows, and then look towards your toes, flex your toes up towards your kneecaps. And then taking, it's almost as if you're coming to bridge, so you really scoop the pelvic bowl forward, and then letting the head go back. And if this feels great, slowly start to shift the hands underneath the buttocks, so you're landing on the crown of the head. You may need to bend the knees to get your hands underneath your bottom, and then just really opening up through the throat. It's quite a vulnerable position, but just trusting your intuition as you come into this shape, into this form. And then on the exhale, slowly letting your head just smoothly travel down on the mat as you bend the knees, letting the feet land, bringing the arms up alongside you, and sigh out the mouth. And then heel toeing the feet to the width of the mat, bringing the knees in to knock into universal rest pose. And just closing the eyes here and sending the breath all the way up and out through the fingertips. And on the exhale, heel toe the feet to meet at the center of the mat. Bring the arms alongside you into cactus arms, so alongside the shoulders, palms up. And then we're just going to windscreen wipe the knees from side to side as you take a breath in, letting the right knee fall and the left knee fall with it towards the right side of the room. And just keeping your head either where it is or gently turning your head towards the left. Take a breath in as you land the feet, and then exhale to the other side, maybe turning your head or leaving it where it is in the center. Just doing this a few times with your own flow of breath. Let the breath guide the body. You are making this your last round as your feet land on the mat. Heel toe the feet out to the width of the mat, and then just bringing the hands on the rib cage, feeling into those intercostal muscles, the bits in between the ribs. And can you allow the collarbones still to be broad? Feeling your hands expand and contract under the rib cage, which holds our lungs. Enjoying the space you've created in your body, in your mind. And this intrinsic wisdom that we hold within ourselves when we give ourselves that space. Okay, over to you, Dee.
Thank you. Fabulous. So for our Pilates element for space, we're going to start standing up. Get the energy back. Feeling nice and calm. So we're just going to continue with that flow. So if you come to the end of your mat, lovely. And the feet are hip distance apart. Let's bring the arms all the way up. If you want to reach them slightly further back, opening your chest. And then bring your chin to your chest. We'll start to roll down. Take your time. Connecting the out breath with your core. Draw the abdominal wall in and up. Just make sure your shoulders are nice and heavy. Ground your feet. Breathing in, exhale, press through the feet, roll yourself back up. Really light spine, arms come up again. If you want, overhead. Breathing in, exhale, chin to chest. Rolling down. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. You have some space in the neck. You can turn the head side to side. Let's go one more. Breathe in. Exhale, engage the core. Rolling up. Reach the arms overhead and back. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. Lovely. Beautiful. Softening the knees, bring the palms of the hands down, starting to walk forward into plank. Cool. From here we'll bring our right foot next to our right hand. If you need to modify, you can bring your left knee down. So it's up to you here really. We'll stir the right hip around, creating some space. So if you do have the back foot tucked under, you actually feel it more in the left hip. So make sure that whatever you do on this side, you do on the other side as well. So letting that right hip guide you around. A little bit of pressure through the hands, giving a nice open chest. Let's reverse the direction. Last two here. Then hold the core. Get ready to step your right foot back. Lovely. Take a breath in. Then we'll go over to the left side, stepping the left foot down next to the left hand. So again, you can either drop the back knee down or keep that back leg up, stirring around. You're going to engage your glutes just slightly. Lovely. And then let's reverse the direction. Try and find a smooth circle. The legs are active. Core. Last two. Great work. And then again we'll step back into plank. From here let's bring our knees all the way down. Thankfully we've already warmed up our wrists, so that's quite nice. So place the wrists underneath your shoulders. Find length in your spine, so from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Make sure your elbows are facing in towards each other. And then we're going to go for some knee lifts. So if we tuck the toes under here, take a breath in, brace the abs and lift the knees. Inhale down. So we go for 7 reps. Exhale. Inhale down. Good. Last 4. Exhale. You okay? Yeah. The knees. Good work. Last 2. Exhale. Core is engaged. Last one. Bring the knees down. Have a breather. Whew. So on our next little sequence, we keep the knees off the mat and then we'll open and close the knees. So again, we go for 7 reps. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift them just above the mat and then open the knees and close. Good. Yes, keep the knees just above the mat. Keep it going. Inner thighs and abs. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Last one, and press into down dog. Lovely. Have a little paddle up and down. And we'll bring the knees softly down. Really good. If you want to sit back for a moment, just give your wrist a little circle. Catching the breath. Good. Okay, so we're coming onto all fours one more time. This time our right arm and left leg extend. So hold your spine in neutral, abs pull in. Inhale, exhale, extend right arm, left leg. Inhale, bring them back. Then we go left arm, right leg. Inhale down. So keep a little bit of pressure through the hand that's on the mat and the knee. Keep that going, a few more. So find straight lines, lovely. So we try and avoid dipping in the lower back. Strong core, beautiful. Let's keep that going. Exhale, reach. One more each side. Doing amazing. And last one. And then have a child pose. Lovely. So arms can reach forward. Have a moment. Release the shoulders, the wrists. And you can slide the hands next to the ribcage, the face, and roll up. Good, just give your shoulders a few circles. Very good. Then we're coming onto the back, so if you will come to the front of the mat. Yeah. And then we're going to roll ourselves all the way down, so you can hold onto your shins or behind your thighs, tucking the tailbone on the first. Shoulders drop down, find rounding in the back. And then just stay onto your backs. So the base of the head, if you can with your hand, place it down, feel the length of the back of the neck. Shoulders are grounded and feet coming close towards the bum. That's great. So arms can come by the side, palms facing up. We'll breathe in, and on the out breath, tuck your tailbone. Just start a little bridge, just like a pelvic tilt, a tuck, and then roll it back. So you can arch your spine a little bit. Exhale, imprint, lifting the pelvis, rolling back. It's like a small version of the bridge. Yes. That's lovely. Let's do a few more. Brilliant. So we're activating the glutes, we're pressing through the soles of the feet. Yes, lovely. Two more. And with your last one, go all the way up into bridge. Just hold it there, press through the feet, tuck the tailbone. From here, let's bring the arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, let's circle them back if you've got space. If not, just bring them overhead back down by the side of the hips. So all the elements are coming together. 5 for the legs, the glutes and the core. And breath. Good. Opening the chest, finding space for the lungs. Last 2. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that grounded sensation through the feet. Connected to the earth. Last one. We'll roll ourselves all the way back down. Take good time. Then we can keep our feet where they are and rest the head in our hands. Getting ready for the ab prep. So it's like a little crunch. We breathe in. Exhale. Blowing out through the mouth and lifting the shoulders. Lovely. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, coming up. Keep the elbows really wide as you crunch up. Yes. Good. Let's go 3 more. Yes, so keep that space. Yes, lovely. That's good. Working with the space. Lovely. Let's go for 1 more. And then bring the head all the way down. Arms can come by the side of the body so they're in line with your hips. Thumbs are facing up. So we're preparing again to come into crunch and hold it. So take a breath in. Exhale, curl up, reach through the fingertips. Now we're going to bring our right hand forward towards the right ankle. Yes, through the center to the left. So working the waist. Lovely, creating space. Reach long for 4. Good, keep that breath going. 3. Good work. Nice steady legs. 2. 1 more set, reach forward. Last one. Woo. Come back to center. And release down. Well done. Hug the knees to the chest. Have a little rock. Good. So we can basically keep the knees in towards the chest. You have an option here to have your head and shoulders lifted or have them down, depending on how fiery you want to go. Main thing is that we'll create space across the torso. So if we extend the arms and legs, arms can come next to the ears. Circle your arms around and hug back into chest. So if you need a moment there, just bring your head down. And then for your next rep, you can come back up. Extend arms, legs, lovely, and circle. And release down. If you want, you can also keep your head up throughout. We're going 6 more. So connect your lower abs, imprinting the lower back. Lovely. If it's too much, keep the head down at all times, or lift your legs up higher. Yes. Let's keep going 3 more. Extend and circle and hug. Beautiful. Last 2. Breathe through it. Circle the arms. Lovely. Woo. Let's go 1 more. You can do it. Lifting up. Reach. Circle. And release all the way down. Good work. Have a sigh. Good. Placing the feet at the edges of the mat and have a little bit of a roll side to side. Yes. Whatever you need here. Catch your breath. Open the hips. Let's go for last 4. 3. 4, 2. Beautiful. And last one. Then we come a little bit closer towards the top of the mat. We have done rolling like a ball in one of the previous videos, but let's go for that again. So we lift our feet up. You can hold either onto the shins or behind your thighs. Tuck your chin in. Roll yourself back. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. And again, inhale. Exhale. Yes, good. Finding balance at the top. Lovely. So we're creating space between the vertebrae here. Massage the spine. Let's go last 2. Beautiful. Holding strong. Last time. Yes, and try and find that balance here, lifting the shins up. Good. Hold it here. Maybe you want to hold behind the shins or have the arms by the side. Maybe legs come slightly apart. Shoulders are down. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And slowly bring the feet down. Just rest over your thighs. Have a moment. Good. And then let's roll ourselves up and all the way down onto the back. So we have our final exercise on our back now, which is slightly advanced. So I give options to modify here. So firstly, let's get the arms by the side. You can, if you need to, grip onto the mat. Use your arm strength as well as your core strength. To begin, have the knees bent and start to slowly tilt and lift the bum off the mat and find that rolling motion through the lower back. Then from here, if you want to crank it up a little bit, you can maybe press through the arms a bit more and lift 1 or 2 more vertebrae. So it's the little hip lifts. Use your core strength as you come back down. Check your neck. So you don't want to have like a lot of pressure on your neck. If you do feel that, just back down and go for a different height. If you want a bit more, have your legs extended. And again, just give it a go. Lift, lower, lift, lower. If you need your arms more by the side, press into them, lifting up overhead. So especially here, make sure there's not too much weight on the neck. Keep it between the shoulders. Rolling down, we'll flex our ankles. Go bone by bone. Push through the arms. Lovely. Again, if you need to modify, bend the knees. You can also from here lift and roll the hips up. Slowly back. Squeeze the legs together. So choose the option that works best for you here, and then we'll go 2 more. Yes, lovely. Trying to keep the thighs away from the face. Maybe your toes tap, maybe not. That's all good. Roll down. Wonderful, well done. Just hug the knees to the chest. Woo. Really good. Then place the hands by the side, tuck your chin in, roll up to sitting. Then we'll have a seat with the legs extended. You can have them slightly towards the edges of the mat. And you'll need some space for your arms. So check your sit bones are nicely grounded down. Lovely. And imagine sitting against the wall. Yes. And then your feet, imagine they're pressing against the wall as well. So arms come wide. We breathe in and go for the saw. So let's twist over to the right. And then with your left hand, go and saw off your little baby toe. Try and look back to the hand behind you. Inhale, roll back up, center. And exhale, twist other side. Looking back. Inhale, center. So if you wanted to, you could have your legs maybe straighter. So twist, saw, roll up, center. Lovely. And other side. So try and keep the grounding sensation of your sit bones. Yes, lovely. Sawing off that baby toe. Going for 1 more. Exhale. And then come all the way back to center. Just give your shoulders a little roll around. Love it. Okay. Then we can cross our legs and go for a little side bend. Keep that grounding sensation in the sit bones. Take the right arm all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bend over to the left. Inhale up. And then bring the left arm up. Exhale. Bend over. Let's go 1 more each side. So check the sit bones staying down. Both of them. Beautiful. Last one here. Inhale. Finding space in the lungs. And then come back to center. So you might just want to face forward now. So going for a side plank. So if you bend your bottom leg and then step the top foot, yes, right like on the top of the foot, like ankle. And then place the top foot down. So you can really press into that. Shuffle the bum slightly away from the feet. And then bring the hand in line with the hip. Perfect. So to start, have the right arm resting on the knee. Inhale. Press through the foot, press into the hands and lift your hips. So you come into side plank. Lovely. Bending over. And we slowly start to bend the knees. And then come back into that seated position. Beautiful. Exhale up. Side bend. 2 more. So move with control. Beautiful. Really good. Use the breath. Slowly down. So press into that right foot and left hand. Really good. Last one. And slowly come all the way back down. Have a little moment. Release the wrists. Good work. And then we'll go on to the other side. So this time the left foot steps in front of the right and right hand is in line with the right hip. resting and opening left arm. Breathe in. Exhale, press through the feet. You might need to adjust a little bit. And slowly bend. Really good. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale up. Trying to straighten the legs. And bend. Last 3. Exhale. Good. So you can always step your feet further out if you feel the legs aren't straightening. Zipping the inner thighs. Going for a last one. Inhale. Exhale up. And then we'll slowly come all the way back down. Wonderful. Coming onto the front of the body for our last sequence. So we'll slowly start to add some stretches as well. And opening the front of the body. Yes. So firstly, you can either have your forearms down or have your hands like further forward. And forehead is down. You're going to draw the shoulders down. Press through the forearms. Lift the chest. Maybe press through the hands. So the elbows come off as well. Lovely. And roll back. Inhale. Exhale up. If you feel your lower back could do with more of an arch, then just shift your hands a little bit further back. So it's up to you. Open the front of the body. Beautiful. The last one. Find length through the legs. Engage the glutes. Drop the shoulders down. Lovely. And come all the way back. Good. So we're bending at the knees. Yes, bring the heels towards the bum. You can keep your forehead down. Then take with your hands hold of your ankles. Yes. So either forehead down and stay here, pressing the feet in the hands and the hands pressing the feet. Or maybe you want to also lift the chest. Keep that pressure between the feet and the hands. Lovely. Hold and breathe. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down, but take hold of your right ankle. Yes. You can also hold it with your left hand. Again, either forehead down or lift the chest and press now just one of the legs. Yes. So we're stretching the front of this leg. Long neck. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Have a moment. And then bring the left heel towards the bum, holding the ankle with one hand or both. And again, you can keep the forehead down or lift the chest. Breathe. Find that stretch in the quad. So heel to bum. Lovely. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way back down. You can have your legs towards the corners of the mat. Roll the heels in. And then bring your hands next to the rib cage. Push yourself up into child pose with the knees wide. So this is your final stretch for this sequence of the Pilates. Just hold. And then Tamsin's got a little extra bonus for us.
So just to wrap it all together, if you can find a bit of wall anywhere in your room, or even just up against a door, depending on how much furniture you have, and then just come to the wall. So we're just going to swing our mats. And then shifting your bottom up to the wall as close as you can get. you're really feeling like the side of your glute is connecting with the wall. And then coming down onto your arms to swing your legs up against the wall. And then just letting your bottom completely be against the wall, the legs up against the wall, and then just flex the toes towards the kneecaps, feeling active through the legs, and then just softening the feet, letting either the legs just be completely parallel, or just, I quite like to open my legs out and just feel the inner thighs just wrapping out, and then keeping the arms either down by your sides or placing the hands round the navel, and just letting the index finger and thumbs connect, and just closing the eyes. And this is a restorative pose that's really nice to do at any time of the day. It helps to circulate the blood back up to the throat to create space. It's really nice if you are having any back problems, any back pain. And it's almost as like having a cup of coffee without the side effects. And it's just a really, if you have no time to do any Pilates or yoga, just even if you could just do this for 5 minutes of your day, I highly recommend it. The benefits will show off. And then just in this shape, just with the eyes closed, just coming back to the breath. That's too abstract for you, just enjoying being in the shape and just allowing a softening. Staying in this shape for as long as it feels good for you. And if it starts to feel uncomfortable, you can just bend your knees and place your feet flat against the wall, maybe for a moment, just feeling the lower back pressing into the mat. You can always come back up and straighten your legs. Then wherever or however you are, just bending the knees, pushing them into the wall. Bring your arms overhead. Take a nice deep breath in and a really cleansing sigh out the mouth. do that one more time. Deep inhale all the way to the top. Pause and exhale completely out the mouth. And gently rolling over onto your side, whichever side feels good for you. Staying in this shape on your side for a moment, just letting yourself feel back and grounded into the earth. When you're ready, just using your arm to push yourself back up and come to sit on your mat, and just bringing your hands to your knees, tilt your chin into your chest, and just opening up the back of the neck. And then placing one hand at the heart and one hand at the belly. Thanking yourselves, your body and your breath for taking you through all these elements. Thank you for practicing with us.